The lights inside the Ireland's Got Talent theater are bright, but the atmosphere feels strangely quiet as a young woman steps onto the stage. She comes from a poor neighborhood in Davao City where electricity often fails and dreams are usually whispered instead of spoken. Her clothes are simple black, worn from years of careful use. She walks slowly, not looking at the audience, not looking at the judges, only focusing on the floor beneath her feet. The crowd does not know what to think. Some people lean forward, others sit back with crossed arms. The judges exchange uncertain glances. One of them smiles politely, another raises an eyebrow, trying to understand who she is and why she looks so different from everyone else who has walked onto this stage before. When she introduces herself, her voice is soft, almost fragile. She explains that life has never been easy. She grew up in a small room shared with siblings where silence was rare and fear was common. She learned early how to disappear into herself, how to survive without being noticed. The audience listens more closely now. Her story is not dramatic, but it is heavy. It carries the weight of poverty, loneliness, and being invisible. One judge nods slowly, feeling the honesty in her words. Another judge asks what kind of performance she will do. She answers with a short sentence that sends a chill through the room. Something different. Something from my soul. The music begins very quietly, almost like a distant heartbeat. She stands still for a moment, eyes down, body tense. Then she moves. Slowly, at first almost unnaturally, as if she is not fully human but something in between fear and courage. The audience shifts in their seats. A few nervous laughs ripple through the hall, but they fade quickly. Her movements grow stronger, sharper, more controlled. Every step feels intentional. Every pause feels heavy. The judges lean forward now, their curiosity turning into focus. As the performance continues, the fear in the room transforms into complete silence. No one dares to speak. No one dares to blink. Her act tells a story without words, a story of being trapped, of being ignored, of being broken and rebuilt. The girl from Davao City is no longer shy or invisible. On this stage she is powerful, commanding, and unforgettable. One judge grips the edge of the table, eyes wide, not in fear but in disbelief. Another judge presses a hand to their chest, breathing slowly as if trying to calm their emotions. Halfway through the performance, the music changes. It becomes darker, deeper. Her expressions shift from sadness to strength. She moves with confidence now, as if every hardship she has ever faced is fueling her energy. The audience begins to feel it. Some people have tears in their eyes without fully understanding why. It is not just what she is doing but what she represents. A poor girl who was never given a voice, now speaking loudly without saying a single word. As the final moments approach, the tension is unbearable. The entire theater feels frozen in time. She ends her performance with one last powerful movement, then complete stillness. For a second nothing happens. Absolute silence. Then the room explodes. Applause fills the hall, people stand shouting, clapping, some crying openly. The judges rise from their seats, unable to contain their reactions. One judge wipes tears from their face, admitting they have never felt something like this before. Another judge shakes their head, smiling through tears, saying this is why they love this show. The girl stands there, breathing heavily, her tough exterior finally breaking. Her eyes fill with tears as she realizes what just happened. She bows her head, overwhelmed by the noise, the lights, the love she has never experienced before. The judges speak one by one, praising her courage, her originality, and her ability to turn pain into art. They talk about how many auditions they have seen, how many talented people have stood on this stage, but how rare it is to witness something truly unforgettable. As she listens, her hands shake slightly. She thinks of her family back in the Philippines, of the small room, of the struggles, of the nights she doubted herself. She never imagined standing here hearing these words. One judge tells her that her journey is just beginning and that the world needs to see her. Another judge openly cries, saying her story touched something deep and personal. The audience chants her name even though many just learned it moments ago. It feels like a dream. A poor girl from Davao City now standing on one of the biggest stages in the world, changing lives with her presence. The judges vote unanimously, sending her through to the next round. The moment is overwhelming. She covers her mouth, tears streaming down her face, unable to stop smiling and crying at the same time. As she walks off stage, the cameras follow her, capturing every emotion. Backstage she collapses into tears, not of sadness but relief. Relief that her voice was heard, that her pain mattered. The judges continue talking about her long after she leaves the stage. They agree that this was not just an audition but a journey, a reminder of why talent shows exist. News of her performance spreads quickly. People from Manila, Cebu City and small villages across the Philippines watch the clip and see themselves in her. Poor young girls realize that their background does not define their future. That silence does not mean weakness. That even the darkest stories can shine under the right light. As the competition continues, her journey becomes one of the most talked about moments in Ireland's Got Talent history. Judges reference her performance again and again. Audience members remember how they felt watching her. Fear turning into admiration, curiosity turning into tears. Her story is not about winning a trophy. It is about being seen, being heard, being valued. From a quiet life in poverty to a stage filled with light emotion and applause, her journey proves that greatness can come from anywhere. Sometimes the strongest voices are the ones that speak without words. And sometimes the most unforgettable journeys begin with a shy step onto a stage and the courage to be yourself.